I'm gonna be real honest. The single largest wave of relief that has ever hit me while playing a video game was Kim also seeing the Phasma. Right? Like...
It was pretty... The possibility that it was all a fucking, like, bonzo.
Right, I'm like, this is the last thing we need right now, is to go crazy and right before meeting the dude, before catching the dude. Oh my lord. Anyway, I'm Danny, this is Sam, and this is More Disco Elysium.
You've got a thought bubble.
Smells sweet and scary, the air does.
There's an Insulindian
on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
Listen carefully.
You smell.
This is the Insulindian Phasma.
It is.
His jacket unzipping.
You glance over your shoulder. The lieutenant holds a piece of milled aluminium. He begins to pull it open extremely carefully. It's the camera.
No fucking way.
No. The flash will scare the creature off. Warn him now.
Kim, the flash is loud.
The flash is loud. Yeah, it won't like that.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, you see a sudden cascade of motion ripple through the phasmid's limbs. A series of ultrasonic clicks.
Can we get everything?
Fills your ear.
Let me approach it first.
I won't be one of those fools who didn't take a picture.
You see the phasmid turn to him, its mandible antennae reaching out. Its motions are quick.
Pheromone, I can approach it.
I have the pheromone, I can approach it.
I don't think the pheromone will do anything.
The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you.
Electrochemistry medium fan.
Yeah, slowly.
Come on. This is it. This is what we gotta spend the last point on, right?
Yes.
This is it. Alright, one second. Say something to it quietly. Hey.
The creature tilts its tiny head to the side and appears to look at you. It is incredibly light, like the slightest gust of wind should blow it away. But it doesn't. There is a sadness in there. Or
Did you expend the point? You didn't yet.
No, we got it though,
it's
right?
still with you.
Yeah, go
A
ahead.
pitiful, hey, you told her. Even then.
What? Oh.
Oh, it's reminding you of you.
Oh.
Spend the point.
Whatever. Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
92.
Baby!
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you.
Raise your hand slowly, or whisper, okay, can take the picture.
Of its white limbs. The head of the creature.
Well, let's just run through these.
And its eyes are like small droplets of water.
It's smelling me.
Maybe it is real, the pheromone.
About now, he is ready to believe in anything. The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as
Oh my
they enter.
gosh.
The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding like lunglets.
Have you considered that maybe he sees it too because he has a concussion? I know that's not really a side effect of concussion.
yeah.
It's just a...
Breathing you in.
Yeah, but why would we be seeing the same thing?
Semiochemicals.
That'd be funny.
That would suck, dude. Yeah, something tells me I'm like somehow this picture isn't gonna actually show it.
Yeah.
Somehow. It would be
Be too
great
well
though.
qualified.
Raise your hand slowly.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence.
Raise your other hand too.
Yeah.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you.
What?
It's praying to you,
That's
allegedly.
right. Pray. Should I be humble or?
You probably, I don't know,
That's
maybe?
right. Pray.
Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on its joints.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
Stand on your tiptoes and look more closely.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish. The faintest smell, like you've never felt before, like burnt roses.
Kim, it's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning.
Tell me, what do you do? You can fucking talk to Inland Empire.
Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
I exist too.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
If I tell you what will happen.
If I tell you, what will happen?
Then I will tell you what it's like for me.
For me, it's Wonder
yeah.
Bar is like what, wonderful?
Good.
I mean, yeah, I like living. It's Wonder Bar.
Yes,
Good.
holy is the Lord of hosts, and all
What?
the earth is filled with his glory. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist,
Intruded upon by what?
shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms, all speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul.
What the fuck is happening to me right now?
I'm glad to be me, an incredibly sensitive instrument.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and rotting glass. Eternal damnation, even when you're sleeping. And when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It was very disorienting at first, but I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired,
This is
when the
fucking
vision
crazy.
spins out of control,
What the hell is going on?
holding on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Wonderful.
In honor of your shit, Lieutenant Yfreter, which you kept together in the face of total unrelenting terror, day after day, second by second. Detective, arriving on the scene.
I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
The killer.
Killer.
He's in a bad state, deteriorating fast now. He thinks I am beneficial to him, but I am not. I only quicken his deterioration,
You're destroying him?
very slowly, and only because he won't go away. It is meant to keep them from noticing.
No way, he's fucking going insane due to having like a fucking
But he
SCP near him?
and I'm destroying him.
What? No.
Is this a dream? What is happening?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
And where does this come from? All this around us, the world.
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
And all we can do is beat our fists against it day after day with no answer?
You can also eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Yum yum. Or read.
Yum yum.
You're so right.
Wait. So,
So you look like a reed and you eat reeds.
Yes, they don't mind.
Have you accidentally eaten another reed phasmid?
Yes, I once cloned myself and ate the little ones. It was winter, and I woke up at the wrong time. It was an accident.
Oh, okay. What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmodia, endemic to the Insulindian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys. I went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Samanese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Reverchol, district of Martinez, March 51.
Fuck.
That's insane.
That's insane.
No, you are. The moral of our encounter is, I am a relatively medium life form, while it is you who are a total extreme madness. A volatile senior nerve system.
I mean,
honestly new to the
you're
planet.
right.
Yeah.
Human beings are fucking nutty.
The Pale too came with you. No one
Really?
remembers it before you. The Nidarians do not. The radially symmetrics do not. There is an almost unanimous agreement between the birds and the plants that you are going to destroy us all.
Wait, the pale is human made?
It is a nervous shadow cast into the world by you, eating away at reality. A great, unnatural territory. Its advent coincides with the arrival of the human mind.
I don't have that kind of power.
You're a violent and irrepressible miracle. The vacuum of cosmos and the stars
What?
burning in it are afraid of you. Give me enough time, you will wipe us all out and replace us with nothing. Just by accident.
How?
We suspect it will be something like The oxygen holocaust that wiped out anaerobic life 2.6 billion years ago, when organisms first started breathing. Only much worse.
Instead of air, you exhale thoughts. There are no trees that eat thoughts.
What? Oh my god.
Conceptualization, we haven't talked too much this game. Where's Hal?
Everything your eyes touch goes back there, behind the nose mirror. What if you blink? Are we still here? Please don't blink. What if he misplaces us all one day, or just forget?
Have I always thought this way?
No, you're only thinking it now. This is a revelation.
I've already forgotten the world once when I drank too much.
So it is already happening. Soon, one of you will close your eyes and open them to see that none of this ever existed.
Kim,
Kim?
am I having a violent epileptic seizure?
It doesn't look like that, no.
What does it look like?
You're just staring at it.
And I think I'm having a vision about the final fate of mankind.
Okay. Is it somehow related to the case?
No, I just told you what it's about. Our fate.
I think we should take the picture, and then you should back away from the unstudied species.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. That was all.
No, there is one more.
Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest.
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
I also like 4, though.
I-
Because it is
I
so
like the one.
interesting. It's such a fascinating creature.
Yeah.
Of all the creatures I met, you are the kindest.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn.
Do it for the working class.
Do it for the working class.
I will.
She was
Yeah.
in the class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Okay, Kim, take the
Good.
picture.
Okay, Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade of a
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
sword. Freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
Dude, the camera is such a good Chekhov's gun. Holy shit.
Right?
I thought it was going to be a game mechanic. I thought we were going to have to pick what we use the picture on. I think it was. Were we offered to use it at some
We
point?
were once, I think, right?
Yeah, maybe.
I got it.
Holy shit.
Holy hell. We got it. Or you can say one of the dialogue options, I guess.
Reach out and touch the creature's whisker.
The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the chitin curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine. It's even a bit wet.
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Look at your finger.
You were right. It glistens with some kind of moisture.
Don't lick
In
it.
front of you stays frozen.
Carefully pet its scythe-like
The
forearm.
limb before you is incredibly light, like eggshell. It's much lighter than a reed. You feel a soft push could tip the creature over. Its hollow exoskeleton collapsing. Warning!
Pull your hand away.
Pull your hand away.
A sudden shiver passes the limb. Looks like the creature is awakening. Wave by wave, from its stupor, some sort of countdown process is happening. That's all you have time to think.
We got it.
We got it.
Don't look.
Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you.
Disengage slowly.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Wow. Oh, that's so cool.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water.
Would that still happen if you had done absolutely none of the phasmid
Bobbing there,
dialogue or side quests?
I probably would have still had the check, but it would have been really hard to get it. Because I had to make a check to detect that it was there. And that check was boosted by the having talked to Lena and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, hello, murderer. Can walk on water.
Apparently, yes. Like a water strider. Only, I've never seen anything like that in my life.
What's that in the reed?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
What now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hello, murderer.
in some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
What? What is
What?
this? Oh, it's the helmet! It's the helmet! It got thrown into the sea. It ended up here.
Oh my gosh.
A rifle scope.
Rifle scope.
Evidence. Clasier's password. The
Oh my
thing took it.
What is it? What do you want from me?
You're kidding me, dude. This is insane.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Sir, how could you not see the phasmid?
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing.
Touch his shoulder gently,
The
maybe?
plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man.
Oh,
Other
God.
than no reaction. He
Is he gonna
feels small and
fucking
frail.
die?
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem. Doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What has happened to this man?
Old age and shock.
I think it's the phasmid.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke? Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He couldn't see it, Kiv. It's just the reeds for him.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dras,
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
No, it's not that.
No, it's not that.
The
No, it is. I think it
that
is.
could be part.
No response.
Maybe this is how the phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Yeah, it's an anti-meme. Yes, you forget it's there.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Dras, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
the
The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Before, when I evaluated his state, he seemed strangely animated.
He was energetic and articulate. After all these years alone, with little hygiene or medication, I would expect worse.
Perhaps it's induced by something in the phasmid?
It does not seem to be animated now it's left. Honestly, I'm ready to believe anything at this point. Maybe it is psychoactive. I mean, why not? It's 3 meters tall.
Could it be there's something hormonal in his relationship to the phasmid?
You mean pheromonal?
Seems a little off for a man his age. Randy.
The scope, knowing of her bruises, his disposition toward Miss Orania. I see what you mean.
I talked to the phasmid. It said it's destroying him.
You should be more careful, detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Maybe. Anyway, it's only trying to remain unseen. The degradation is a side effect.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, detective.
He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it is... how much of it in its company? He's been here for a long time. Who knows how much of it in his company? Okay. I didn't understand that sentence for a second there.
How much of it in its
When
company?
it finally came to arresting
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
He didn't want to leave this place, and the insect maybe. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Thank God we have the photo.
No one would believe you without it.
We found some things in the phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
He stares into the reeds.
Show him the helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
The passport.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80. This is an old man, at last. No longer a tin soldier, but the broken down remains of a man.
Let's have a closer look at that after. I think I'll be more useful than him.
Show him the detached scope.
I lost.
You lost it, Mr. Dross.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
It is, like 3 a.m. Despite it not looking like it. It does look like, I don't know, something approximating the end of the video, though.
Oh,
Any thoughts? What's the moral of the story? What's illuminated in your mind? This
the
episode?
moral of the story.
What are your thoughts? What fascinates you?
There's a cryptid.
Yeah?
That's weird.